Hello, friends and tarot lovers. So, we have a card of the day. This is the fourth day of the year, and we pulled a card that I haven't pulled for a while. Look at this. This is the Nine of Wands reversed. So, when I first looked at this card today, I thought, what does this mean, man? I mean, and it's when a card really doesn't immediately give you answers like that, it means there's something there that you really need to look at. And for me, I really needed to look a little bit deeper into this card, because it didn't just jump out straight away and go, oh yeah, that's this, that, everything else. First of all, I was going like, oh, there's something more to look into. And if this is all about what would be April, the fourth month of the year, then there's going to be some deeper soul searching here. So this is a card which is, I call it kind of the wounded healer, because this is the suit of wands and transformation and creativity and sexuality and intuition and our spiritual fire. And this is, the picture of a wounded guy with 8 wands fixed in the ground before him, and his own wand that he's kind of holding himself to in a self-protective way. He looks weary, he looks untrusting, he's looking at those 8 wands and he's going, yeah, I don't know if I trust you. There is an inner wound here, an inner trauma, a hurt and a pain from the past, and this has created this distrust. This card is upside down for different reasons. It's usually that this mistrust and this pain and this hurt and the trauma is not seen and is not being dealt with properly, is rejected and suppressed in some way. And there has to be maybe a slightly deeper level of self-honesty in order to understand what this card really means and find the healing that it's talking about. There is a certain strength and conviction, perseverance and courage in this card, because this is somebody who's still standing strong. He's been through a battle, but he's still standing strong. So there is a call for more of this energy. There is a call for a little bit of perseverance and a little bit of courage, as we take the last step of our journey. This is 9 wands out of 10, so we've nearly found the full completion of the 10s, but this is the last hurdle, and this is calling for us to look a little bit deeper inside. So this pain and this trauma that's not seen is usually from our childhood. It's something where there's been, a negative pattern, and it can be an abusive pattern in our childhood, and sexual abuse is seen in this card a lot, especially reversed like this. But it comes up to talk about also, all the forms of abuse that a child naturally encounters from. And here, I was reading about this card and a while back, and I saw a meaning that makes complete sense. That children, for example, are born with this intrinsic connection to their creativity and their intuition, and they don't have to make an effort for this. But we, as parents, sometimes just kill their intuition and tell them, no, don't worry, it's, you're making it up, it's not real, you don't have to be afraid of this, you don't have to be afraid of that. It's usually in the face of fear that we tell them to squash their intuition and squash their creativity, and it's usually in the face where they're bringing up an excessive emotional energy that we tell them not to trust their feelings and not to trust who they are. And so we learn to distrust our own. That's the beginning of distrusting our own intuition. It starts as a child, and it continues as we get older, and we might have had a failure or two, or we might have had mistakes that we've made. We may actually distrust our own fire, distrust our own passion, distrust our own connection to our intuition. Our intuition sometimes draws us into dodgy lessons that we have to really learn, and we might not enjoy those lessons, and we might distrust our intuition because of that, even though the eventual outcome of those lessons are always going to be beautiful and always going to be positive and transformational, because this is the card of transformation. Here this card is calling for us to dive a little bit deeper, take a look and see what see where this trauma and this hurt has come from. Open our eyes. Don't be afraid to see this inner pain that we might be holding on to. There's another story here as well. Because our parents are the ones that sometimes are the primary instigators of our ego and psyche, and they're the ones that teach us how to let go of this connection to the divine, and they teach us how to be in the world, and we copy them and we copy their issues a lot. We'll find that even though they are not necessarily the cause, because the cause is before that, but they are a primary source of where we might get our triggers from and our pain from. We will often defend them because as a child it feels too unstable to distrust this person who's supposed to be providing and caring for us the most, and so we end up defending sometimes. We get into the habit of defending those people who may be the ones promoting our trauma or causing us to continue distrusting ourselves and our life in general. And this can carry on into our life. And I saw myself doing this a lot, and I really related to this. And yeah, we're actually defending somebody, and that's not actually good for me. I'm defending somebody that's not being a great friend or not really looking out for me the way that maybe I deserve, and then I do that to myself, and I defend my own self-abusiveness, and I'm going, well, hang on a minute, no, don't defend that aspect of me, cut that shit out. And so we find ourselves defending ourselves when we don't need to defend ourselves in different ways. We find ourselves maybe alone, maybe not feeling supported by people around us. And this is the time to go inside and find our inner strength and inner courage again, and learn that we can trust ourselves and that we are the primary source of the connection to our spirit and to life, to love, and to all of our divine nature. And we are responsible for our healing more than anything else. And when we heal, we can share our healing process and share our healing journey with insights and love and compassion to the world. That's the beauty of this journey and this card. Wish you all a fantastic day. If you're following me in this 12-day cycle, take a look at your card. Don't forget to journal. Write down what each day was like in these 12 first days of the year, and we'll see if they relate to the 12 months when they turn up. Love you all and have a great day.